One of the things that I get asked about constantly is some variation of what is being a corporate trainer like? What is a day in the life of? What do trainers do? Or just generally, what are the roles and responsibilities of a corporate trainer? Hi, my name's Jordon Taylor with the Corporate Training Companion, and I help both aspiring and tenured learning professionals land jobs and develop in this field. When it comes to trainer roles and responsibilities, there's really two main camps that people sit in: the training specialist role and the delivery trainer role. To understand these roles fully, I think we need to have a basic understanding of the other major roles in an L&D organization and maybe a little bit of knowledge about some of the partners they work with most often. So let's quickly discuss those other roles, and then we'll come back to the roles and responsibilities of a training specialist and delivery trainers. Starting with probably the most well-known position, instructional designers. Instructional designers are the architect of the learning experience. They build the decks, they build the facilitator guides, they build e-learning solutions for online training. They tend to need to be very skilled in adult learning principles. They also need to be skilled in graphic design. They work in the background, creating the content, and then hand that content over to the delivery trainers or the training specialists to deliver the live training. In an e-learning scenario, they will hand that content over to the LMS administrator. So let's talk about the LMS administrator. These folks manage the LMS or LXP. LMS means Learning Management System. LXP is the Learning Experience Platform. In short, this is the portal where learners log in to take an online course or to sign up for a live course. It's where a lot of training-related data is stored, like who took what training and what score or grade they achieved. And so these LMS administrators are skilled in the technology itself, and they also tend to be very skilled in reporting. They will be the ones that you go to upload your courses and run training reports. Next, you've got the training coordinators. These are the folks that manage the scheduling and general logistics for the entire training team. Things like making sure that your room is booked for an upcoming training, making sure that the training rooms are supplied with appropriate technology and materials. Think things like overheads, whiteboards, markers, stationery, and so on and so on and so on. They are the backbone of the team. They also handle most of the communications like email and messages to both trainers and participants. These communications will provide session details, reminders, pre-work assignments, among a myriad of other things. In general, they make sure training runs smoothly and are the go-to person for scheduling and logistics. Lastly, we'll touch on learning program managers. These are the folks that are responsible for managing training-related projects or entire programs. A project might consist of a standalone sales workshop, for instance, while a program might be something much more robust, like a complete onboarding program or a leadership training program. They work closely with stakeholders, the people requesting the training, as well as subject matter experts, the experts in the field that know maybe the product or the process, as well as instructional designers to establish training needs, set project deadlines, and ensure the training is built on time. It also needs to be delivered on time, and it needs to meet all of the stakeholders' initial objectives. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's talk delivery trainer. These folks' primary goal is to deliver training. They can be sliced and diced into a dozen or more different types of delivery trainers, like onboarding trainer, leadership trainer, tech trainer, continuing education trainer, soft skills trainer, or sales trainer. But at the end of the day, most of their time is spent in front of the training room delivering training. And sure, they'll have some meetings with instructional designers when they get handed new content. And they may have meetings with the learning program managers when new projects kick off or even wrap up. And they'll probably meet with the coordinator and LMS administrators from time to time. But most of their time outside of delivering is spent reviewing content to prepare for training, preparing materials before a training kicks off, or completing administrative tasks like taking roll, entering grades, and catching up on email. Training specialists, on the other hand, are a little bit different. they're a role that is typically part of a smaller or less mature learning organization. So while delivery trainers will be common at your Fortune 500 companies and probably part of a large 10, 15 plus person training team, the training specialist role will be more common at your startups or maybe a solo position reporting into an operations leader versus a training manager. And these positions do it all because they don't have a team to rely on. They sometimes act as a learning program manager and manage stakeholder requests. Then they go and build the training like an instructional designer. They get the necessary sign-offs like an LPM, load the training into the LMS like an administrator, send out all the comms like a coordinator, deliver the training, and finally report out on all of the results. They wear all of the hats. And if you think that that sounds like a lot, it is. However, you're typically supporting a much smaller group of people. When I was in a role like this, I supported training for 2 groups, and in total, there were less than 50 people that I was responsible for training. Versus when I was the director of learning and development for the logistics operations at a Fortune 500 company, I was responsible for training more than 4,000 people. So my team was much bigger, with multiple learning program managers, multiple instructional designers and coordinators, as well as a small army of delivery trainers. So that's a quick rundown of the different types of positions in training and a peek behind the curtain of what trainers actually do. It should give you a good idea not only of what the trainer's roles and responsibilities are, but also some information about the people that trainers most often partner with. If you want to dig deeper, I offer a free corporate training crash course that you can enroll in and get access to right away. The link is in the comments. If you found this helpful, please like and help others find it as well. And you may also consider subscribing so you get notified when new content comes out. My name is Jordon Taylor with the Corporate Training Companion. Until next time.